This meeting is called to order. Today is April 17, 2023. It is now 7 p.m. I'll ask Councilman Hancock to give our opening prayer.
Let us pray. God of justice and mercy, thank you so much for the privilege to be here, to serve our community. Help guide us with our decisions as always. Help us to never take for granted what we are doing here tonight. Continue to bless us all as we try to live the best lives possible. We boldly ask you to continue the blessing and prosperity we have seen in the past into the days and years to come. Amen.
Amen. Everybody please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes, you have a copy of tonight's agenda. Are there any changes that need to be made at this time? Hearing none, need a motion to approve.
Motion.
Got a motion? Second from Mr. Hutto. Any further discussion? Hearing none, in favor, raise your right hand. Unanimous. Next on the agenda is garbage truck repair, and I defer to Mr. Johnson.
I actually have an exhibit for you.
That needs to be expensive. I would have been here for one, you start talking about exhibits and.
It's not in color, though.
That's.
Mine is, I got a highlighter on mine.
Yeah, that's when it was really expensive.
Okay, what we got is we have one of our trash trucks that is in need of repair. Now, let me go ahead and start by saying this. This is one of the four. Currently, we were down to one truck at one time, so we've got it built back up. This is basically the third one in rotation that we would be using. So the two that we've got going now is your first and second, they try to rotate through. So this is the third one we're looking at. I want to keep it going so we don't put all the wear and tear on the first two. So this is where we're at. This is the one, the good news is we sent this truck to Crook Truck to be inspected because we thought it either had a blown head gasket or a cracked block. Good news is it didn't, so we're good. But while they had it, they inspected it and they noticed that the back bushings and everything on the back axles were unsafe. It's not a matter of should we, it's a matter of we should get it replaced if we're going to continue to drive this truck. So this is a whole invoice for some other things that took place. It was the initial, checking of the coolant leak and so forth. There's some lights out, the horn doesn't work, and some other little things going on there. But the biggest bulk of this is that replacing of the bushings and so forth in the back axle. That's on line item number 5. The labor for that is $4,340, and then the parts is $1,415. I did ask, I said, is this a matter of abuse or a matter of just maintenance wear and tear? He said, this is total wear and tear. This is something that's going to happen, and it did happen. So
129,000 miles, that's pretty good. You should have a trash truck.
yes. So this is where we're at on this one. So the total amount is on the back of your paper for $8,122. That's your taxes, shop supplies, cord charges, and so forth and so on. And so I'm just asking for the approval to get this repaired and get it moved on. Again, it is the third truck in rotation, but my plan is to keep this truck in rotation to keep the wear and tear off the first two that we have so they'll last like they should.
Do you know approximate miles of your primary and secondary?
I do not.
Okay.
I can get that for you if you need it.
That's not big, that's just.
And the primary one was the one that we sent off for the engine repair.
Right.
That's the primary one.
That's okay.
How long we had this one?
This one's a 2007.
And you probably bought it brand new, probably.
We did, and then we have one older than that it's currently out of order because of a hydraulic leak, but just minor. We just got to get the hydraulic cylinder off and have it rebuilt. So.
That's good.
Yeah, we have budget to cover.
So the budget is, for his line item on that is, we don't have money in that. And the town has pretty much expended their contingency on the items, the bypass overlay and the subdivision ordinance that we done here last month. The only place that I have some money right off is the contingency in ARP, but there's about 46,000, I think, in that. We can use some of that if we need to. That would still leave us about, 38 in, that account. Which, it's there for contingency if we need it.
Again, this is the third in rotation truck. If we get the cylinder fixed on the other one, we'll still have 3 trucks. But
Murphy's Law strikes at any time.
exactly. And plus, we're very early in the year. We either do it now or it'll still be in the budget later on this year with it.
I said, go ahead, this me first, I said, go ahead and we use ARP contingency funds and utilize that. Y'all fine with that?
Any other questions?
Any other questions? Well, thank you, Mr. Johnson, for coming back in here. Need a motion to approve the repairs noted on the quote provided by Crook Motor Company in the amount of $8,122.54 using the contingency funds listed in the ARP account.
So,
Second.
Second, any further discussion? Hearing all in favor, raise your right hand. Unanimous. Thank you, sir. Next on the agenda, is ordinance 479. This is the Municipal Association collection. Second reading. Any updates from the previous?
No, other than the municipal association's already sent it to us a couple times since the last meeting, trying to make sure that we know that we need to get it done. In other words, they're trying to get them back as quick as possible, so they've got them on file.
I think last council meeting, correct me if I'm wrong, Adam's he's already looked over this thing, and he had no reservations
Right.
about it. Okay.
Right.
Any questions, comments from council?
Just a quick overview, what is this?
This is where the municipal association collects funds for the town. This here is an updated agreement on that. They're trying to put everybody on one single agreement instead of every municipality having a separate agreement. But we have to adopt it as an ordinance to do so.
Any other questions, comments from council? Hearing none, need a motion to approve second reading of ordinance 479. Motion? Second, any further discussion? Hearing all in favor, raise your right hand. Unanimous. Next on the agenda is ordinance 480. This is the impact fee exhibit A, second reading. Mr. Sly, any updates?
No updates, everything's still the same with it, it's using the charts that come out of the impact study for the amounts, and it's the exact same as what we had the last reading.
Okay. Any questions, comments from council? Hearing none, need a motion to approve second reading of ordinance 480.
Motion.
Motion?
Second.
Second, any further discussion? Hearing all in favor, all raise your right hand. Excuse me. Okay. Next on the agenda is ordinance 481. This is the water sewer impact fee appendix A. This too is second reading. Any updates on ordinance 481?
Just to give you a rundown on what this says that the impact fees will be paid to the cashier at the town Pageland Town Hall before any services will be rendered. In other words, water or sewer service before that's provided. That's the only thing on that.
Any questions, comments from council? Hearing none, need a motion to approve second reading of ordinance 481.
Motion.
Motion?
Second.
Second, any further discussion? Hearing all in favor, raise your right hand. Unanimous. Next on the agenda is ordinance 483. This is the updated purchasing policy. Second reading, Mr. Sly.
Nothing's changed with it. Everything's exactly the same. The last meeting, I did go over the section there on doing the sealed bid procedures for receiving digital bids. That's the only thing that's truly different about this. That and everybody, any contractor who wishes to be on the list is required to maintain workers' comp and at least $1 million of liability insurance. Those were the big differences other than the amounts. The amounts going from anything that was originally said 5,000 now says 10,000, and anything that said 500 now says 1,000. It pretty much doubled any amount in that.
Any questions, comments from council? Hearing none, need a motion to approve second reading of ordinance 483. Got a motion? Second, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, raise your right hand. It is unanimous. Next on the agenda is, that concludes all the items on our agenda, excuse me.
Is adjournment, that's
Yeah,
the,
that is next on the agenda. I need a motion, that concludes all the items, need a motion to adjourn.
Motion. Second.
Second. All in favor, raise your right hand. We have adjourned.
Mr. Baker, today.